Hello and welcome back to Bloodborne Exsanguination. On today's episode we are going to fight the boss of the lower part of Marigo's Loft. But before I do, as we saw in the last episode, my current setup is very lacking in the arcane defense. Also in the poison resistance stuff. Although the crow feather garb, it's not terrible. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. It is really crappy arcane defense. So what I thought is we'd show off the choir garb, which has terrific arcane defense. As we can see, we went from about 160 to 323 without losing too much in the physical defense or any of the other resistances. And we're looking pretty snazzy. This is what that hunter, the last scholar Uria, I think is her name, the NPC hunter we fought and killed in Bargainworth. Alright, so without further ado, also, you might think, as this boss is versed in the arcane, he's not very weak to it, so the Phantasm Shell doesn't really help us much, so go with Fire or Bolt. I think Fire. Yeah, Fire sounds good. And we still got the old hunter bones. We can sort of instant transmission technique around. So let's go.
Cause, or some say cousin. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
So here we have Micolash, host of the nightmare. And as the community is fond of nicknaming him, we have Mechmenses Cage, named for the cage on the top of his head. And this fight is kind of awkward. It's sort of starts as a chase. You have to sort of chase Mechmenses around as he sort of animates these marionettes. And then once he gets here, oh no, never mind. Oh right, I have to chase him back there, so I'll do that. Basically he just runs directly away from you. So if we come back up here, we can chase him into a dead end.
Once did for the vacuous Rome. Grant us eyes. Grant us eyes.
Also during the fight he has some interesting things to say, but we're gonna chase him into this dead end so he can't get away from us, god damn it. And then we're gonna go to town on him. Oh yeah, summon your bros. Oh, that's Evertus. No, no, no. How did I miss you? Oh my god. Okay, okay. Let's just calm down. These marionettes actually pack a wallop. And they're actually hard to hit for some reason. Alright, one down. They do not react. What did I just hit? Are you kidding me? Alright. Maybe a sweeping weapon would have been better. But now, Mechmenses Cage is all alone. And we can just sort of poke him. Keep poking him. And there's not really much you can do about it. Keeps using his... Keeps calling it Britas for help. She ain't gonna help you, man. That's... I think once he gets down to half health, he will... Yep, there he goes. he quote-unquote dies.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. The nightmare swirls and churns unending.
So now we can proceed up this way. That was originally blocked off when he was running around that area. And down here, there's some items and stuff scattered around this area. A few of which I will pick up just naturally going through the area. You got this sort of flail guy.
Or some say Cosmo. Do you hear our prayers?
Also, I am firmly in the Cosm camp. Cos just sounds too informal. You know, you gotta be respectful when you're talking to the Elder Gods. But those guys aren't too much trouble. And we'll head up here. And oh, there he is. See you, Mick. So once again, we have to sort of chase him into a dead end. He likes to use these mirrors to get around. We'll go over here, get some chunks. And then, so he has moved off somewhere else. We'll have to find him again. Where is he? Is he down here? Oh, I think he'll... Yep. So once you want him in this room, and then what you want to do is drop down from above, which will cause him to run over here, shutting the door behind him. And then it's just a matter of finding our way around this gate. These guys have the weirdest hitboxes, man. I don't like it. Wow, you can actually backstab him. I did not know that. What's this guy got? Some more bullets in case you were running low in the battle. But we've already got him right where we want him. And as you might suspect, there is a way into that room from above.
Ah, Cos. Or some say Cosm.
The right ones say Cosm.
Do you hear our prayers? As you once did for the vacuous Rome. Grant us eyes. Grant us eyes. Plant eyes on our brains to cleanse our beastly idiocy. A grand lake of mud, hidden now from sight. The cosmos, of course.
Of course.
Let us sit about and speak feverishly, chatting into the wee hours of new ideas of the higher plane.
Ow, that might have been a bit loud, but yeah. He says some interesting stuff. I think we've heard most of it. But he says stuff about Cosm, grant us eyes. Or, well, at first he says, as you did for the vacuous Rom, grant us eyes. So, it kind of implies that Rom was granted an audience with Cos, or Cosm, if you want to be formal about it. And that's what sort of elevated her. It's quite possible. I'm not sure if that meant that, what's his name? Rom was human to begin with. I don't think so. I think Rom was just sort of an intermediary. It was a kin that was sort of with the humans, and they contacted Cosm through Rom, which granted Rom sort of eldritch knowledge. Maybe I should talk about this after I kill him. So, yep, you just come to the highest point, come over here, look down, and we can see Mechmenses Cage down there, and we can just get a nice plunging attack on him. So now, if I let him, which I kind of don't want to. Basically, you just want to stay on top of him, because he will actually be fool enough to try to punch you to death, which is quite numerous. And you can just circle around his Ebritus summon, the Augur of Ebritus. Prey slaughtered. Rest in peace, Micolash. And we got the Mechmenses Cage. And here we see why there was that alternate path around the bridge. Well. Alright, so now we can get all the items hidden around this area without Micolash screaming our ear off. So first things first, if you go downward to the sort of lowest area in his domain, it's much easier to do this when you're not getting hounded by a bunch of marionettes. We come over here and get the iron door key. One of the three great bridges that link the two cathedral cradles, this key opens the iron door that leads to the mid-level bridge. There are no thieves in the nightmare, then why lock a door? Be warned, there must be a very, very good reason. And there kind of is, as we'll see. And I'll show the door that it unlocks, but in reality there's another way and better way of getting to where the door leads you. So we're gonna come up here, and this is where you drop off to get him to run into the sort of locked room. Okay, and now we're up at the top. But there is still an item further back. You might remember at the large spiral staircase we went up where it did continue to go down. So we're gonna go that way, which is out here. And there's the staircase. Alright, so we can put back on our empty phantasm shell. And we'll just top ourselves off, why not? Oh, this son of a bitch. Oh, fuck, he's leading me into a death trap. Fuck you. Oh my god. I usually catch him way before this. Yep. Yep. So let's just back up and take these guys out one at a time. Even in their heavy metal armor, they don't have a lot of poise. Or I guess for people who don't know what poise is, they don't have much in the way of shrugging off your attacks. Alright, I think this guy's a chunker. Oh yeah. Triple chunks. Come on, big mama. No. Let's get away from your little crossbow deal. Come on, what are you doing? There you go. It's just still alive, wow. Hey, I dodged the whip. I'm learning. Hello, friend. Don't you push me. Give me my health back. Alright, and down here is one of the highest level, or the highest level moon runes. Which, as you remember, are what gives us more blood echoes when we kill enemies. So, if you're farming for levels, equip that bad boy and you'll get a fair amount more blood echoes for your troubles. But that is, or those are all the items that you can find in Micolash's boss room. But we can find the door that iron key opens. It is all the way back towards the beginning of the boss, pretty much right near the entrance. So that's where we came in, and then just over here, sort of hidden and like in this broken bookcase, is the iron door. I'll come out here, you'll see it sort of puts us below one of the great bridge that connects the two cathedral cradles. So, I mean, if you can sort of tell, like, the architecture of this place is reminiscent of the Grand Cathedral in Yharnam. And, yeah. The eye. Oh, this is gonna hit us. Could have gotten some sedatives off, but... Alright, let's go back to our classic garb. Here we go. Feathers for days, boys. And girls, I guess. Feathers make anyone look fabulous. Alright, and let's go up, up, up. And here is where the bridge raised. Now we can take it across to get to this lantern. And head back to the Hunter's Dream. Alright, let's use these to level.
Well, what is...
Because I think we can
Very
get
well.
2 or very close to 2 levels. Nice. Yeah, let's keep upping our skill. With some more... Oh, right, some conversation, technically. We might need one more. Alright.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Oh, yeah.
Farewell, good mate.
We're getting so skillful. And let's come in here. Let's see if we have any blood gem upgrades. So this 18% physical attack seems like it's probably still going to be the best. Yeah. Any better triangle gems? We have that cursed one, but I don't think having our HP gradually decrease is a fair trade-off. We can get thrust attack, but not all the attacks from the Wraith of Palash are thrusting, so nope, doesn't look like we have any upgrades. These dirty damp blood gems are just... Plus 10 rapid poison isn't terrible. I mean, there's certain uses for poisoning gems. Alright, so let's just repair everything. And we're done with that. And I'll finally put in that better anti-clockwise rune. Which gives us 6 more stamina, which is pretty good. Alright. And I still like having the extra bullets, though. Let's see, more blood echoes from physical attacks. Not really that important. That arcane damage reduction rune could help fill the gap in our sort of defenses. Or we could get all damage reduction plus 4. Yeah, why don't we do that? I'm kind of coming to realize, and since they're buffing a lot of the arcane weapons or the arcane tools, like the Phantasm Shell, Hunter Bone, I don't think we need to rely on having more and more Quicksilver bullets, so we'll give this a try. And apparently, Lord knows I need the survivability. God damn. Okay. Let's see, what can we do with the rest of these? Give me a blood vial, sir. Thank you. And let's go back to Marigo's Loft at the middle. Making our way to the top. Alright, so from the lantern, we'll head upwards. Let's see. More of these birds. Some more chunks. More dog birds. More babies' cries. And here we see some familiar faces. Some more shadows of Yarnum. Go figure. And here, device not currently operable. That'll be our shortcut from higher up. But now we can actually get this shortcut. And you'll notice that the door of this cage does not close. That will come in handy in a few moments. But there you see these two shortcuts sort of chained together. That will take you all the way back to the base of Marigo's Loft. But we don't need to go back there. We've just visited the Hunter Stream, so let's go up. Yep. What's this? A hidden path. So yeah, you can... There's a hidden path from that shortcut. Of course, it just so happens to be full of winter lanterns, so it's not really too much of a blessing. But we can get an inflicted organ. I forget if I... No, we've already seen yellow backbones. Inflicted organs, I think we've already also seen... Yeah, gruesome bait. What is this gruesome bait used to lure? Okay. Yep, nothing too exciting there. So now, to deal with these guys, let's equip our sedatives. And also, any damage at all is useful. And just dodge that grab. I messed up. But luckily we didn't take any damage, so the frenzy was not enough to kill us. We should keep those sedatives equipped. Some kin cold blood, rank 11. And of course, when it rains, it pours. I think we could probably do the tactic we did back in the Nightmare Frontier. Except these guys have a lot more defense. Oh, it's probably a bad idea to go for that, because I won't be able to cure the frenzy. Oh my god, I got frenzied by everyone. But you can see you don't really need to cure the frenzy as long as you can kill them without getting hit. Because frenzy does percentile damage. It will never kill you by itself. You always need to be, you know, not at full health. Ugh. I got all distracted. I was trying to be cute with attacking it with ranged weapons. Just did not work out. Because I was going to refresh the buff on my weapon. And here we see a bunch of creatures like patches. And they are hostile. They're very slow though. Okay, maybe not. You dirty bastard. So they're just as big of assholes as patches, so don't let their sweet haircuts fool you. Alright. So now if we go all the way through here to where the path ends, you can see, you might recognize this place. All the way over there is where we opened the iron door with the iron key and came out, and we saw up close this sort of light that was causing us frenzy. And way down there, you can see what was causing the frenzy. Let's see. If I sit. There we go. Yeah. That nasty thing with the eyes. Alright. That's enough of looking at that thing. Let's see what this lever does. So long, buddy. See you next fall. Oh, it's so satisfying. Dropping that son of a bitch caused you so much headache when you first come through this area. Oh, it was... Oh, I loved that. And here, there's a hole in the floor. And of course, more winter lanterns. So we're not free of the frenzy just yet. Alright, stop increasing. Thank you. You know what? I should probably put on something that is better frenzy resist. Wow. Crow garb seems to have pretty good frenzy resist. Will I lean it up a little bit? Alright, let's see if I can get some of these guys to get over here so I can kill them. Alright. Just sedatives. Thank you. Alright, and you can see that that winter lantern is guarding a chest, so... You know, we want that. No. Keep on keeping on. It's usually nice to fight these... Oh, come on, what are you doing? It's usually nice to fight these things with weapons that can stagger them. Sadly, the Hydra Micolash is a pretty light weapon. Keep walking. Alright, now be careful when walking on these ledges. I know I don't have the best record with gravity in these last few episodes, but she's just gonna stay there. Yeah, just come closer. No, it's probably not worth it. Man, you see how fast that frenzy goes up. Alright. I think we just need to kill it. Let's see if... She seems pretty otherworldly. Maybe bolt paper's better against her. Drink, drink, drink. Alright. That's how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to cut them down as quick as possible. And then drink a sedative. And in the chest she was guarding, we get the choir bell. Really? Did I never got all the hunter's pieces? Really? That's odd. Could have sworn I have. Choir bell. Special hunter tool of the choir, high-ranking members of the church, fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. You know, like the resonant bells the hunters use. The sound of this smaller silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all cooperators. So, we can actually use this. 15 arcane, uses 7 quicksilver bullets. We're not injured right now, so we can't really show it off, but what it does is basically heal you and any players you're playing with in co-op. So it can actually be pretty handy. So let's go back to our previous item setup. Alright. That is one of the drawbacks with the system they have in Bloodborne of all of the spells being tied to physical items. And I think if we look down here, this is the spider room, right? Can't actually see the spiders, which is weird, but that's where it is. But anyway, with the spells being tied to items, it sort of clutters up your item list. Like in the past Souls games, spells have had their own sort of list. So it can get a little awkward if you're trying to go for a full arcane build and you have tons of spells, tons of items. Arcane Damp Blood Gem. Let's see where... Oh, that's not even the Blood Gems. Arcane attack up 18%. Oh, we get another 18% attack, physical attack up. That's pretty good. And a bunch of Great One's Wisdoms. I mean, as we know from some of the item descriptions and such, sort of frenzy is the result of the sort of eldritch knowledge or the sort of nightmarish knowledge you gain, which causes you to go crazy and your blood to boil, and yeah. So it makes sense that all of these... Damn Blood Tinge Gem, that all of these bodies afflicted with these frenzy spears are holding sort of eldritch knowledge. And if we go back all the way up here, this is the iron door in Micolash's boss room. We are, and you can see that that brain was the cause of the sort of the frenzy effect, the frenzy spotlight. And now we can get one of the most important items in the entire game, and it is sitting right down there. You don't want to get too crazy, you might fall off the edge. It is the Blood Rock. This is the only Blood Rock in the main game. A large solid chunk that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance the blood hardens, that which is not crystallized is called a bloodstone. This is no mere chunk, it is nearly a boulder. Few bloodstones of such size have ever been discovered, even considering the combined experience of all the hunters. So its description does back up the fact that it is the only gem, or the only blood rock that we will get. And now, oh, you popped out of nowhere, buddy. No, is there an item over here that I forgot? I don't think there is. No, okay, good. So now we can go back over here, and since we've dropped the brain down, we might notice a change in this room. I don't know if you can spot it yet, but oh, there it is. There's an elevator now, right there. And this is sort of one of the things, like, I didn't know it the first time I played through the game. It's just kind of things that you have to sort of be told or discover after a while, because there's no real reason to come back into this room or to think that anything has changed since dropping the brain down, but there has. And it's pretty big. Once we get through all these assholes. Oh, what? How? I've never had all three of them come after me. I guess I should have killed them. Balls. Alright. Fucking getting on my nerves right now. Alright, Big Bertha. Whoa, Black Betty. Alright, Jesus. Give me your poison gemstones. Actually, don't. I'm never going to use them. Alright. Christ. Now we can take this elevator. Does it go up? Does it go down? Let's find out. Oh boy. Oh boy. It goes eerily silent. As you might be able to spy something in the distance. Currently standing on nothing. Here is the brain itself. It's very similar to the Winter Lanterns. It sort of has all the messengers sort of amalgamated onto its head, and it looks at you, keeps its eye on you. Also has these sort of hands, sort of look like nerve tendrils. It also has its brain stem. Ugh. But if you put something to use that we got in the Upper Cathedral ward, let's see if we can make contact with this brain. The moon rune. It actually works. My mind was blown when I saw this. It's crazy. We made contact with the brain of Mensis. And we got the moon rune. The highest level moon rune, which has that special little sparkle in the center. The great ones that inhabit the nightmare are sympathetic in spirit and often answer when called upon. Transcription of moon is spoken by the great ones inhabiting the nightmare. So we called out to this great one, and it answered. But now, sadly, it's time for you to say goodnight, sweet prince. And it is defenseless to stop us. Yeah, all that frenzy you gave us. Take it all back. This is what you wanted, isn't it? I'm pretty mad. Pretty full of frenzy. Of course, it does have a lot of fucking health. But it still won't try to stop you. Yeah, take it. Let it rain. Fuck that brain. Alright, and we got the living string, which is a ritual component. The living string. Special material, used in Holy Joust ritual. The immense brain that Mensis retrieved from the nightmare was indeed lined with eyes on the inside, but they were of an evil sort, and the brain itself was terribly rotten. But even still, it was a legitimate great one, and left a relic, a living relic at that, which is a precious thing indeed. So that is a very rare ritual component, and you got it from the brain. So that was a legitimate great one. Obviously, that was not Mensis itself, because it says the immense brain that Mensis retrieved from the nightmare. So obviously, I mean, I guess they retrieved it, put it there and chained it up, and set it to watch over everything. Yeah, I don't know why I'm taking this back up, because I'm just going to go bold Hunter's Mark back. Alright. Let's see. How is this going to shake out? I think that's going to do it, guys. Bit of a shorter episode, but hey, maybe people will actually prefer that over the fucking hour-long episodes that these usually become. So I will finish up the Nightmare of Mensis next time. See you then, everybody. Later.